that most magazines will never show you. But it ends up being the very real and commonplace part of overlanding, which is drying out your gear and doing laundry, doing all of those things that are not so glamorous, like all of the magazines keep showing you of people in impeccable clothing and never dirty, everything being picture perfect. That's not how things actually go. The reality of it is, well, I've been camping for, what, 6 days now? And it's been raining, so there's been condensation in the tent. Days like today, which end up being actually a blessing that I'm at camp early and I've got grid weather, are pretty much needed because you need to clean everything out, you need to air everything out. Well, normally in BC, it's pretty damn easy to find firewood, with the exception of certain areas, but on average, it's really, really easy to find firewood. It doesn't always want to burn, though. I am currently surrounded by a lot of standing dead trees. The issue is that they're all pretty much rotten, so they're not really good. I did find one that I thought was dry. It looked like it's been down for a while, but out of the rain, it has been really hard to keep it going. I had to resort to something that I usually only do in winter, and I always hate doing, but I had to start the fire with a little bit of diesel. Thank God I have a diesel truck. It's not my favorite way of doing it. I usually try to do it a lot more naturally, but sometimes there's no choice. So this wood ended up looking fairly dry, splitting fairly dry-like, but I guess there's so much moisture in it that it's doing this. So it's burning, but just really, really sadly. In the meantime, I still have this amazing view to deal with. So honestly, it's not that bad. Well, this morning sucked a little bit. Ended up at 4 o'clock in the morning, it started raining a fair bit. And then just before I wanted to get up, a huge windstorm picked up and actually damaged my my awning. So quickly got dressed and packed that up, and everything's fairly wet. I wasn't looking forward to doing the obstacles on the way back. I am even less so looking forward to doing it while everything's going to be wet. So I probably will not be taking a lot of pictures or anything on this trip. I'm just going to try to get the hell out of here. Haven't even had coffee, so I just wanted to pack up and get out. So let's see what happens. Well, I managed to make it through the obstacles. Actually, luckily gravity helped in the proper direction, so it wasn't too bad. Had to do some creative driving again. The top section over there, I ended up having to actually back up into the spot to be able to do it because it was too far off camber. But my exhaust separated at a junction here, so I just gotta undo the clamp, slide it back on, and cinch it down, so not a big deal actually. I guess I must have hit one of the rocks a little bit too hard and it dislodged it, so all in all, everything looks to be good, and it stopped raining, so I'm going to enjoy this couple of minutes right now and quickly get this done and then figure out what I'm doing with the rest of the day. Well, I'm pretty much almost done here. Nice part of working on the engine when it's cold outside is at least it's warm. I gotta say, the obstacles that I went through, if it wasn't for the fact of the terrain tamer e-lockers, there's no way I would have gone through that. Having a lock in your differential is so essential for this kind of traveling. Even if you don't end up doing anything extreme, there are many times you can find yourself in a jam where you need that added traction. So I've finally spent the money on the selectable ones. The selectable ones are way better, and the e-lockers are at a push of a button, which is nice. Yeah, very happy with it. If it wasn't for that, I would have been back over there digging, winching, doing God knows what. Hell, I wouldn't have gotten to the lake in the first place. Alright. Pack up all the tools and yeah, looks like we're good to go.
Every day, nothing seemed to change. Everywhere I go, I keep saying the same old